I'm back. LJ here, and I haven't been on the vids as much, and I've missed it. Still been healing this cold, but I'm feeling a lot better. And as usual, there's a healing, transformative element to the colds and illnesses, right? So I could say that I'm better than ever. Yeah, so I want to talk about this idea really that you could say is at the heart of what we're going for with all of this stuff that we might call yoga or meditation. It's about this union, which I am getting ready to do this DAYtreat next Friday, the 21st, in Long Beach. If you can come, do. I'm super excited. Going to be sharing really some new things that I've never talked about before, that I've never tried to teach about before or facilitate before. And it's really coming from my leading edge realizations and play with this whole thing about union, which again, we could say that is what the yoga is supposed to be about. Yoga, remember, means union. So whether or not you do a downward dog, one of my favorite jokes to tell, I think, you can call it yoga, right? So, yeah, I love though whenever I put something like this on my creative slate, as I realize that I want to do a DAYtreat about union and really sharing more than ever what the heck do I mean by union, and how do we really see and use and embody and implement and integrate that these practices, this lifestyle, all this stuff that we can play with and call yoga, which really can be anything, remember, is all about that union, right? And this is still something I'm realizing in my own life. Like, I love what I've been talking about in some of these videos is how much I get more and more that, well, that how I feel is some of the guidance about how connected I'm feeling or not. Connected to myself, connected to my truth, connected to my heart, connected to my soul, connected to my spirit, and if I like to feel like it's about those feelings of connection with spirit within and around me, maybe, however I want to call that. So feelings of connection with the universe, feelings of connection with angel guides, with the magic of life, with whatever we want to call it, right? So I do like that now that I'm finally sharing about these things, I am doing it in a way that's very universal and inviting so that whatever your belief systems, I feel like you can resonate with this, especially if you feel like you resonate with this idea of connection and feeling more connected, if you like that idea. And it can also be about our feelings of connection with each other, right? And with other people in general. Feelings of connection with the earth and our communities, and feelings of connection with our projects, right? And our creativity is a huge one that I'm excited about because, yeah, also when we get down to it, our union can be a lot about that, not just feeling better or dealing with life, right? But also tapping in, tuning into like our passions, our purpose, and like what we're here to do, which I now believe comes through our impulses, our ideas, our inclinations, those hunches, that intuition, which we could see is our connection to our spirit, soul, God, the universe, right? So, yeah, really letting the union practices be about that more and more is where my approach seems to be evolving. And well, maybe it's always been there. I've been so excited about creativity for so long. And now I love that when we say that word creativity, we really can mean also just creating in our lives. It doesn't have to mean just painting or something that we think of as artistic. Although, speaking of, it's really fun to blend in how we can use creative practices like painting or drawing or coloring or dancing or making music as part of our connection. Huge, right? So that's part of this day treat too, is a little play with like expressive arts in nature and just simple stuff that doesn't feel like fine arts, or we're not trying to make something pretty necessarily, but just making something that's expressive or even symbolic or even transformative in the making of it, right? So seeing like the process of making something as something that can create that union or that connection. Yeah, so I just love realizing more and more and sharing that that's what all of this really is meant to be about. Our feelings of connection, our lifestyles that are more about connection, our moments being more about connection, and that how we feel can be that guidance to how connected we're feeling, right? And that, yes, I would vote the more that we do to build that connection, which also means the more that we do to feel better. That's the really cool combination too, that feeling more connected generally goes with feeling better. So it's like double header goodness, right? And yeah, that we can see that really it's all about that union, and even beautifully how life will give us those opportunities, right? Or our spirit or soul or ourselves or whoever we think is creating it all, to keep up leveling, right? Our ways of union. And that also means, though, that we might need to keep up leveling our practices of union. So even if we have developed some practices that have worked for us over the years, it may be time to add to them. It may be time to up level what you're doing to get some new ideas, or to get reminded of some of the things that you love that you kind of might have forgotten about. So that's what I see that this day treat's going to be about, like reminding us about a lot of tools of union by giving us a chance to play with them and use them in a transformative way, and then are going home knowing now what we're going to be building in this fall to keep tuning ourselves to, find that union and to live from there more and to flow from there more, and to use our feelings as our guidance is a big piece we'll be working with. And yeah, just a way to really own it more with our lives, our bodies, our minds, our relationships, our creations, and just making it more about that union. So if you're someone who's interested in spirituality and your feelings of spiritual connection, and you really want to grow that, then that's what this day treat's about, is helping you practically do that and realize how what you're doing each day is leading to or not leading to those feelings of connection or disconnection. But then that we can also see the feelings as guidance when we've gotten ourselves feeling disconnected, and that we can more learn to respond to that by finding ways to reconnect, right? So it's like sustainable self-care and spirituality all in one, right? And I'm excited to know that also the people coming to the day treat are going to be sharing with each other and transforming each other with what happens. So it's going to be a powerful day, and I'm super honored to facilitate. So yeah, all about that union, and just excited to share about this day treat. If you can come, if you're local and you happen to be available on Friday the 21st in Long Beach. And if not, I'll be planning a next one soon if you're around. And yeah, but yeah, if you can come, do register. I'll put a link down below because I'd love to have you. And it's going to be a really powerful day and a powerful way to start the fall season, and in a yogi way, right? And just more about that union so that we are ready to rock it, right? Ready to rock the union and bring that to our lives and our world and each other and our creations, and as a way to shift things with our health and our relationships and our creations and lives, right? So powerful stuff. Totally is magic, as we realize that we're the bringers of the magic. We're the creators of it, right? And the ways that we're using these practices is the way to do it. So fun and cool. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, get yourself signed up if you can come. I'd love to have you. It's going to be awesome. All right, y'all. Love you so much. Namaste.